Hey, what's up? It's Justin from Mekanix, and I'm here with the team to share a workout with you today that's not only safe, but massively effective in building strength, increasing mobility, and just raising your overall energy levels. The best part about this workout, you can do it anywhere, even from home. Oh, and one more thing. If you have any questions during the workout, if you want to have someone check on your form, if you have questions about modifications to make it a little more challenging or make some parts a little bit easier, if you just have questions about reaching your goals as quickly and efficiently and safely as possible, click the link below, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help, and we're here to support you. All right, let's get to it.
Okay guys, so we're going to start off the workout like we do with all our workouts with 2 to 3 minutes of blood flow. And if you guys have like jump rope or a piece of a cardio equipment at home, you can use that for 2-3 minutes, or we can just cycle through this little sequence that I'm going to demonstrate right now. So first we're going to start with some jogging on the spot, so really light on our toes, and we're just going to down side to side, and then you can alternate through this. So we go bouncing side to side, then we'll go foot kicks. Just bring the heels up towards the back of your butt. Then we'll go into high knees. And then we can cycle through our jumping jacks. And then take it back down again and cycle through that. So like 20 seconds on each one, and then just keep alternating for 2 to 3 minutes. So let's get started with a mobility sequence. So after our blood flow, we normally go through our blood flow, mobility sequence, we get through strength warm-up. So for now, we'll start with a pole, or if you actually have some resistance bands at home, you can use a resistance band as well. But I know not everybody has these lying around, so a lot of people will have a pole, or you can use a broomstick. Just take the head off the end of the broomstick and you can use that for your mobility work. So to start off, we're going to go with overhead rotations, and we're going to try and do 15 repetitions. So hands on, the wider the easier it is, so the closer I bring my hands in together, the more intense the stretch is. So we're going to start up, overhead, and everything we do, we're going to try and do with a controlled, tensionized manner. So we're going to try and squeeze our abs on. We're trying to get good rotation, squeeze up overhead, squeeze forward. And we're going for 15 repetitions through that. And you can even adjust your hands in closer to increase the stretch as you go through it. Then if you do have the band, you can do a couple of band pull parts. If not, we can skip this one and we can move on to our single arm circles. But the band pull parts, we're just trying to pull apart, squeeze our scapula together, so our shoulder blades again squeeze together, big push through, and again 15 repetitions again. Then we're going single arm circles, so more shoulder rotation. We're just going to start off from here. We're going to protract our shoulder blade. We're going to reach up overhead. We're going to rotate outwards and then pull the shoulder back around. So if you imagine you're doing this, you can actually do it beside the wall, but if not, you can imagine you're beside the wall. We're trying to circle up. And if you imagine I'm beside a wall, I'm trying not to touch this wall about a foot away from me, so I keep the shoulder circle as strict as possible. We're going to do 5 on the right arm, 5 on the left. Up overhead, rotate around, same on the other side. So that's 5 repetitions each on that. Then we're going to go into an inchworm. So on the inchworm, we're going to use this to get our shoulders warmed up. We can also spend some time putting some weight through our wrists, so we're going to do push exercises. So spend some time walking through. You can hinge the hips out to come down. Try and get your palms on the floor as soon as you can. If you need to and your hamstrings that don't allow it, you can bend down to come down. But if they do, you can hinge out, palms on the floor. We're slowly inching out, weight through the wrists, working through the shoulders, come all the way out into a plank position. And then from here, we're going to over protract our shoulder blades. So my shoulder blades are relaxed. I'm going to protract through. And then I'm going to start walking back. Push, push. And we can spend a bit of time in the pike position. And then we're going to walk back out and repeat for 5 repetitions on that. And then the last one, we're going to practice some external rotation, and we're going to do a Cuban rotation. So we're going to start with our arms in 90 degrees, so they're going to be bent at 90-degree angle, both elbows. We're going to be here. We're going to externally rotate out, and then we're going to come all the way forward. But with this one, we're going to try and create as much tension. Again, we're squeezing the bar as hard as we can. My shoulder blades are staying retracted. They're coming up overhead, and then all the way forward. And we're just going to do 5 repetitions on that. And we'll do 2 rounds of all of that, and that's going to be our 10 to 15 minutes mobility work before we get into our strength warm-up. Alright guys, so we're going to get into our strength warm-up phase of the workout before we get into the actual maximum intensity strength sets. So to start off, we're just going to get through some scapula push-ups. And you've got 2 options to do these. We're going to start on our knees, or if you want to add a bit more body weight, we're going to lift our knees off the floor and go into the full push-up position. And basically all we're trying to do is we're working on retraction of the shoulder blades and then protraction. And to do any horizontal push stuff or a lot of push stuff, we need to effectively be able to pull our shoulder blades into retraction and protraction. So we're going to start down on our knees, hands under our shoulders, knees under our elbows, and then we're going to retract the shoulder blades in, and then we're going to push through. And then like the stuff we did in our mobility stuff, we're going to try and do this with controlled tension. So I'm squeezing my palms into the floor. I'm making sure my abs are braced as I can create tension and squeeze my shoulder blades in and then push out. And then we're going to do the same thing. You can, if you want to make it a bit more difficult, arms are straight, shoulder blades pulled in, protract as much as possible, retract in as much as possible. And we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps on that. And then we're going to move on. The second exercise, we can do scapula dips. So we're going to work our elevation and depression of our shoulder blade. And you can do this on a chair at home or any piece of furniture that allows you to put your 2 arms on. Or if you have parallel bars or parallettes, you can use them on the floor. I know a lot of people don't have them at home, so you can use a chair. And so basically all we're going to do is we're going to have our hands on. You can bring your feet just into the chair position, or you can go straight leg if you want to add more resistance. We're just going to shrug our shoulders down and then push through. Shrug the shoulders down, push through. And that is going to allow our scapula to elevate and depress. And we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps of that. So it's going to be our elevation and depression of our shoulder blades. After that one then, for 5 to 10 reps, then we're going to hit up the shoulder taps. So we're going to come into a plank position. We're going to protract through the shoulder blades. We're going to push through our palm, squeeze our core on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until we hit 10 reps on that. Then we're going to go straight into some bird dog. So on our hands and knees, we're going to try and extend, squeeze the abs, big reach out. Opposite side, squeeze the abs, big reach out. And we're going to do 5 on our right, 5 on our left. And then the last one, we're going to do a couple of push-ups. But on these push-ups, if you want to make it a bit more intense, just to get really ready to go before our full strength sets, we're just going to add some pause push-ups. Again, you can do these on your knees. They don't have to be full push-ups, or you can take your knees off the floor and make them a bit more intense and add the pause as well. So just starting, we're going to take in what we've been practicing in terms of our shoulder blade movement. So we're going to try and retract and protract. We're going to come down, pause, big push through, so protraction through. Down, pause, big push through, protraction through. And the same thing when we come down in the full push-up. Pause, and then protract through. And we're going to just do 5 repetitions on whatever variation of that. And that's going to be our, after our 2 sets, after that's finished, then we're going to get ready to go into our full strength sets then, ready to go. Okay guys, so our first strength set is going to be some vertical push. So we're going to go horizontal push-ups, or handstand push-ups, some pike push-ups, or feet elevated push-ups. Then we're going to use the boxes for dips, or we can use chairs. So we're not going to need any equipment for this, but you can use equipment if you have some lying around. If not, don't worry about it. And then we're going to go another overhead press, so we can, if you do have equipment, you can grab like dumbbells or a plate, a weight plate. If you don't have them, we're just going to do pike push-ups again. And then the last one is just going to be an LT hold or a tuck hold. So the first one, if you have them, you can do chest to wall handstand push-ups. If not, we're going to just do pike push-ups with feet elevated or on the floor. So if you have the ability, so you can use a wall, walk back in, chest to the wall, squeeze everything on, get your full range of motion, squeeze back up, push through. And we're going to try and do our 5 to 10 repetitions on them. If not, then an easier variation. This is put our feet on a box or a chair or like a bed or your couch or whatever works. So we're going to be in this position, walk into the pike position, push up, head down, push through. And we got 5 to 10 repetitions on that. And then easier still is going to be our feet on floor into our pike position. We're going to go down, push, drive through. So whichever variation, then you can get minimum 5, maximum 10. Then we're going to go on to our dips. So I have 2 boxes here. You can use, if you have something with a similar height, like countertops, higher chairs, some lower chairs you won't really get good range, but somewhere that allows you to get decent range. You can come from here, and we're trying to hit up 5 to 15 dips. Bending the elbows as low as possible, push up through. Bend down, push up through. And we're trying to do 5 to 15 repetitions. If you don't have somewhere you can do that, you can do a single chair, and then we're just going to have our elbows face backwards, bend through the elbow, big push through. Bend through the elbow, big push through. And that'll be our dip variation. Then back to overhead press. If you have a plate or something of decent weight, we can do your overhead press with that. Or you can just come back to your pike push-ups again and try and do 5 to 10 again. Or if you want to make that easier again, you can just go into pike walks, walk out, walk back into the pike, get some shoulder taps, whatever variation you want to do. It's just going to be 5 to 10. And then the last one's just going to be an L sit. So if you have 2 chairs, 2 boxes, wherever you can get 2 hands on at the same height, and you're just going to hold, press through, knees tucked up. So you can go knee tuck or L sit. So for 10 to 20 seconds, if you got that, we can extend out through and hold. And then that's the end of our first strength set. Okay, so strength set number 2 is going to be push-ups, or a push-up variation depending on how advanced your push-ups are and then what equipment you have available. So we're going to do push-ups, and it's going to be 90% of our maximum effort. Then we're going to do straight into explosive push-ups, and after your 90% of maximum effort on your first exercise, you may want to use a box for your explosive push-ups, but if you still feel like you have a few explosive ones on the floor, you can do them by all means. And then the last one is going to be an extended plank or a lane hold, and we're going to try to do that for 20 to 30 seconds. So your push-ups, so like I was saying, if you have parallettes or you can elevate your feet on a piece of furniture at home and do feet elevated push-ups. Whatever variation you do, just make sure we're using our full range. So what we want to do is, we're going to be in the push-up position. We want to start in the over-protracted shoulder. So shoulder blades are pushed up, through, over-protracted, and we're coming back down, push through, over-protract again. Back down, over-protract again. If you want to advance it without actually changing the technique, you can just change the tempo up, and we'll add paused push-ups. So aim for like a 5-second pause, or a 3 to 5 second pause at the bottom. Down, pause, 1, 2, 3, push up, straight back down, 1, 2, 3. Technique stays the same, and pause push-ups are a great way of building up the time under tension, and you'll get more muscle stimulus in the chest and arms as well once you add that pause. So we go straight into that 90%, then we're going to go explosive push-ups. So from the floor, the key to this is exploding from the bottom, not doing a half a rep and then doing a little push. So if you don't have the explode from the bottom, use the box or your furniture, that elevated surface that allows you to get explosive from the bottom portion. So what I mean from that is, so when I'm here, I'm not doing a half rep and then jumping, just getting a little hand jump. So I want to be at the bottom position and exploding from the bottom. So the same thing can be done here on your elevated surface. Try to get chest to box or chest to whatever piece of furniture you're doing. Down, explode up, land, explode up, back down. And we're trying to do our 5 to 10 repetitions on that. And then our last one, we're going to aim for 20 to 30 seconds. If you don't have the extended plank or the lane hold as it's called, you can just do a regular plank. So the extended plank is just going to be biceps close to your ears. So hands aren't wide. You need your biceps close to your ears. Hips come down. And we're in this extended plank position. I'm trying to keep my hips from sagging. So I'm trying to hit hips up and down, chest close to the floor. And we're holding, squeezing, tension through here. Squeeze, hold, and then relax. So 20 to 30 seconds on that one. And then that's the end of our second strength set. Alright, so we're going to finish with some core conditioning and we're just going to do 4 exercises. So we're going to basically do a hold, an isometric hold, followed by a dynamic core exercise or dynamic movement, back into an isometric hold, and then we're going to move again. So it's going to be 20 seconds to 30 seconds hold, 20 seconds to 30 second movement, and then repeat it. So the first hold is just going to be a hollow body hold. Then we're going to do some flutter kicks, and then we're going to go high plank, and then followed by some slow mountain climbers. So I'll run through one set, and you can repeat the set like 2 to 3 times and take a minute or so rest in between each one if needed. Reduce the time if needed, add more sets if you want as well to add more tension on the abs. So first one, our hollow body hold. We've been practicing a lot, so we're trying to go from having that lumbar curve to compress through the abs, extend through the legs, squeeze through the glutes, and then reach and hold. And we're just going to hold here for our 20 to 30 seconds. And then if you feel like your lumbar is coming off the back, or your lower back is coming off the floor, just tuck the knees in and then try and recompress through our lower back, push the abs through the lower back into the floor. After we hold that for 20 to 30 seconds, so we'll look at this, hold, we got 20 to 30 seconds, we're going to crunch up, you can bring your arms forward, and then we're just going to try and get some flutter kicks. So there for 20 to 30 seconds. Then we're going to straight away roll around into our high plank. Over protract through the shoulder blades again, hold. And we're going to do the exact same time, 20, 30 second hold. And then straight from here, then we're going to go slow mountain climbers. 30 seconds work again. And then think compression, crunch through the abs real slow. Your abs should start to burn. By the time you're getting halfway through that or even at the end, they should be really burning. And then, like I said, 2 to 3 sets, and then that's our core conditioning and our work finished for today. Alright guys, so we're just going to cool down and we're just going to do some longer stretching just to relax, get our nervous system back into digestion mode and just get our recovery started. So we're going to start off with some shoulder stretching. So we did a lot of overhead push stuff and a lot of stress through the deltoid. So one shoulder stretch I like to start off with. So we're just going to start off in this position here, rolled out, left arm straight, and then I'm just trying to fold over my arm as much as possible, and then I'm twisting over, trying to feel a nice stretch right into the belly of the shoulder. And you can hold this one. And like I said, so we're just going to try and do a bit longer through the stretches as we're finishing up, just to try and calm everything back down again. And once you get, say, minimum 30 seconds, you can go for a minute on each side on that one. You can change it up then. Then after that, then we'll work some shoulder extensions. So Easy one of this. I mean, if you have rings or anything like that, or a bar, you can hang in the German hang from the skin the cat, or you can just simply do this. You can do this on an elevated surface as well, but I'm just going to slide my hips away, keep my arms straight, as far back as I can go, and then we're just going to hold that shoulder extension through here. And same thing, we're going to aim for a minimum 30 seconds. We'll try and hit up a minute. And then the last one, we're just going to do a pec stretch. So a few options on this. If you have the rings, you can do step through, walk through, pec stretch. If you don't, like a lot of people don't, you can just grab a wall or whatever is accessible for you, and we can just get a nice pec stretch. On this one, once I feel the stretch, or if I don't, I like to mess around with the angle, hand up a bit higher, mess around where I'm stepping through, maybe sometimes lower, just wherever I'm able to get good sensation through my pec, so through the chest. And that one we're holding again for 30 seconds to a minute on each side, so swap over it as well. And then after that then, we are all done. Thanks guys.
If you like this video, hit the like button below. Be sure to share it with your friends or anyone else who might enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel now and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I'll see you in the next video.